Alright guys, good morning. It's currently 4:22 a.m. and Saturday morning. I'm about to go out for a nice long jog. It's 32 degrees outside. I think I'm going to go for at least 12 miles today. I'm thinking 12 to 15. I'm probably going to stop around 12 miles. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and go one scoop of Go One More. Then I have this thing in here. I think I might have some of this too. Oh, it's gone. Damn it. I think I might go. I think I might go scoop and half today. Go one more, and then I'm gonna have 3 goos on my run. Probably one every 3 miles. Nice, probably semi-fast pace today, and then so 1.5 of these, 3 goos. Take you guys throughout the day. Go to the gym, work out. Maybe take you guys through like a full day of eating. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm definitely going to go out, have a nice jog. Like I said, it's 32 degrees, so I'm going to have to bundle up a little bit, probably not too much. But yeah, I'm super excited. So 1.5 scoop of these, 3 goos, and I'm going to catch you guys right before the run, just kind of tell you guys how I'm feeling going into this morning's long Saturday morning run. Oh, one other thing before I get started. It's currently 4:24 a.m. Usually on my Saturday morning runs, I'm usually up by 4 a.m. and I'm running by 5. This morning probably going to be a little bit later. It's probably going to be around 5:15, 5:20 a.m. The reason why is last time I went running at 5 a.m., I got chased by a homeless dude. So I'm trying to maybe avoid the homeless dude's schedule so I don't get chased again. That's reason 1. Reason 2, I just wanted to sleep in a little bit more. But still, I should be out running by 5:30 this morning. Hopefully done around 7:30, 7:45 for this nice Saturday morning long run. All right, so it is 5:05 a.m. and I'm on my way to the spot I like to run at. Right, I park in Eastport and I go off my runs. I want to explain just a few things real quick. Well, one, I got this awesome like iPhone carrier, so I can put my phone in my pocket. I have like these long Dick's Sporting Good white leggings that I wear that has a spot for my phone. But if I don't wear those, I don't have a spot for my phone, which kind of sucks. So because then I just run with my phone in my hand, and like I don't know if you guys know, but like running with your phone in your hand completely messes up like your stride or your arms. Like one arm gets heavy. Like I've actually hurt my shoulder carrying my phone just because it is so heavy and it kind of strains the shoulder. Anyways, I digress. Yeah, so I have 3 of these goos that I'm going to money. I have 3 of these goos that I'm going to consume on this run. I'm just going to do 1 of each flavor just to kind of keep my excitement levels high. So I got this vanilla bean, this chocolate outrage, and this tri-berry right here. Boom, right there. I have 1 of these about every 3.5 miles. It really depends like how far my run is. Today I'm going a little bit farther. Like I said, today I want to go for at least 12 miles. I'm at 30 miles for the week. I've been trying to do 40 miles every single week, right? And that's not running on Sundays. I don't run on Sundays right now. I'm still working out on Sundays. I haven't got to the point where I'm just not working out on Sundays. I don't think I'm ever going to get to that point. So I'm trying to do at least 40 miles a week. My weight's still dropping. I'm feeling good. But I used to run fasted. Like I used to just get up and put on an outfit, throw back some water, and just hit the road. And I could complete the run, right? Like I would get from mile 1 to 5 to 8 to 10. And I would feel okay, but when you actually learn how to properly consume calories before your run and after your run, and especially during your run, it makes the world so much easier. Because then you're just kind of fighting like physical exertion. You're not fighting like your body's not shutting down because you actually have calories, right? So I think these are an absolute game changer. I just use GU. I know like I do want to try the BPN one. They're just a little bit more expensive than I'm willing to spend money for. I can get these for like $1 at Dick's Sporting Goods. But each one's like 20 grams of carbs, 100 calories. I just throw these back depending on my runs, right? So like, this one's probably going to be every 3 miles, maybe 3.5 miles. That way I'm having consistent energy during the run. The first 3 miles should be me just burning the glycogen I already had in my body, and then also the Go One More that I had. So for this run, I'm going to go ahead and use I'm going to bring my my Foundation Fitness key tag. The reason for that is I can run to the gym. It's about 5 miles away, and if I need to use a restroom, I can use the restroom there. What happens sometimes is on these runs, I need to like go number 2 or go number 1, and like there's only one place over here I can do that at, and sometimes they're not open, so that sucks when they're not open. So this is going to allow me just kind of use the restroom in a place that I already know and I feel comfortable in. I also want to show you guys my outfit. I'm probably going to show you guys my outfit afterwards. It's 30, like I said, it's like 32, 33 degrees. I'm actually wearing shorts today. I don't think that's a bad idea. I think I should feel fine. I just love wearing shorts when I run. When I wear shorts, I feel lighter. I feel quicker. And I'm wearing these, the bunny ones, Tracksmith, I think it's called. They're probably a little bit too small, like too tight. Like I have really, really big legs, like obnoxiously large legs. If you know me in real life, you probably know that. But my thighs are huge, right? So it's always like hard for me to get like running shorts that fit my thighs. They usually fit my waist, but my thighs always struggle a little bit. But anyways, I have those on. I have this Dick's Sporting Goods tight shirt on. I have my Garmin. I have my Apple Watch. I use both of them to track. My Garmin watch tends to be much more accurate. I mean, the Apple Watch keeps up, but the main reason why I got the Garmin was the Apple Watch dies sometimes if you go longer than like 12 miles. And then sometimes if it's too cold, it just kind of like shuts off. So that's not ideal. But yeah. Oh, and also the other thing I've been implementing too is I have a client who is training for a half Ironman. It's actually an Ironman that I was like, hey man, you should probably do this. Like I think you could do well in it. And after I said that to him, he actually signed up for it. So I kind of feel an obligation to potentially do a half Ironman this summer, June 8th. So with that being said, I haven't decided 100% that I'm going to do it. But what has happened is I've subconsciously, I guess, I think I like subconsciously have decided. So I've been doing bikes. I've been biking probably 3 times a week, about 10 miles each time, and oh my god, it's just a different kind of cardio. Like this is why I love the world of endurance training. It's always different. Like this one already feels different. Like my quads get absolutely toasted. So I've been doing that on my semi-short runs or even like my long runs, and I've been strength training also 6 days a week. So I've been putting my body through a lot. So Saturdays, I always get to Saturdays, I'm like, oh my god, I'm absolutely exhausted. But we do the damn thing anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm almost at the spot I need to go to. I'm gonna pack up my phone, my key tag, and then run through Annapolis, run through Eagle Alley, get some miles on under me. And like I said, the goal today is at least 12 miles. We'll see how I feel about that. I'm probably not gonna run in this area again. Probably give this little area a break, just because I did run into I would say he wasn't violent, but he was definitely an angry homeless man, and I just don't want to be, I don't want to be part in a situation where I kind of get caught with like my pants down. If I can avoid risk, I'm going to avoid risk, right? And my goal is not to get hurt out here while I'm running, because I do understand when I'm out here running at 5 a.m., like you run into some crazy people, and that's just, it is what it is. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at the situation at all, but if I can avoid, potentially getting hurt by, a man who's probably had a rough life, then I'm gonna take those necessary steps to avoid that. So anyways, I'm at the running spot. I'm gonna go ahead and pack these up, get my phone, get my AirPods. I got an awesome podcast. I listen to this podcast when I run All In podcast. It's a business podcast. I listen to that for my runs. It's usually about an hour and a half. Just kind of gives me a recap on what happened that week in the world of business. A lot of it lately has been like the Doge stuff, with Elon Musk, the markets, DeepSeek, AI, just stuff like that. Just kind of, I like to stay up to date with economy stuff too. And I don't really have too much time during the week, so I kind of leverage my time during my runs to listen to the All In podcast, where I get a good synopsis of kind of what's happening in the world of technology, economy, the financial markets, the political climate, and not specifically like parties, but like what's going on with the political climate. Like how is how's my money going to be affected? How's the country going to be affected? Not necessarily agreeing upon things or disagreeing upon things, just overall, I think just like valuable information to like have as an American, but also just as a person overall. Because I do, a lot of my money is tied up in the U.S. financial stock market, right? So because of that, I like to just make sure I have my assets, my financial assets in a place where I feel comfortable. I could talk more about like financial assets down like in on my channel. I used to be a certified financial advisor through FINRA and a stockbroker as well, so I do know kind of what I'm talking about, but not 100%. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up. Oh, I'm also gonna wear my gloves today because I think it is cold enough where my nose is gonna run a lot, and I'm gonna want to have gloves I can kind of blow boogers into. I think I might wear a hat as well. I think I might wear my Rise Up coffee hat. But yeah. And then I'm also gonna wear my headlamp as well. So that's gonna be the move for today. I'll catch you guys after the run. Probably give you guys a full outfit breakdown. But I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Alrighty guys, good morning. Sorry, I gotta double check real quick. You guys already saw it. I already adjusted it earlier in this video, but I'm an idiot and I messed up on something super basic. I like muted one of my clips. Anyways, holy crap, that was such a good run. Like, I felt super solid on that run. I felt strong. Let me ask my girlfriend real quick. Do you want Rise Up or walk doggies to bakery? Yeah, so let me pull up my stats on my watch here. That was a great run, right? First of all, let me show you guys my outfit real quick. So let me show you actually my entire outfit based off of before, like when I started my run versus kind of what I finished my run in, because it is a little bit different here. So I started my run at like 5:15ish, right? So when I started my run, I had this Rise Up coffee hat on, which is a coffee shop locally. Actually, it's the coffee shop that Alex Eubank goes to. He lives in Annapolis, somewhere around here. But I wore these gloves, these running gloves, boom, left, right. Great for snot rockets too. And then I had this, I don't know what it's called, headlamp. I'm an idiot. There's a headlamp on. And then I had this, let me clip it off real quick and show you. I had this belt right here, which I actually bought on Amazon for like $10. The Speed Belt. Yeah, Spy Belt. The Spy Belt actually was huge. So like this pouch is not that big, but with this pouch, I was able to put in my phone, which was awesome. I had my AirPods on also up until the 9th mile. I finished my podcast, tried to listen to a little bit of music, just wasn't really my vibe. So I went ahead and took the AirPods out and I stuffed them in this thing, which was awesome. I have my key fob so I can drive. And then I also have my other key fob, which actually was super clutch here, which is the gym I work at. Staff isn't there till 7 a.m. So I had to go ahead and log in with my key fob on like mile 5. I really had to use the restroom, which is actually super clutch. So then I didn't have to. I went number 2, which was awesome. But yeah, so that was a great run. This is the outfit. Let me just kind of drop this down a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. So this is my Dick's Sporting Goods long sleeve here. I have these Tracksmith shorts, the ones with the bunnies on. I actually really like them. They're really, really, really comfy. Let me grab my camera real quick and show you the shoe selection. So I wear these shoes right here. These New Balance Fuel Cells 6. I actually really, really enjoy these shoes. They're super comfy. I've had issues in the past running in, like choosing good running shoes. I tend to have big feet, like a wide base, so my toes fall out of them. I haven't had any issues with these New Balances. I've gone through 2 Hokas in the past 7 months. I like Hokas. They're good shoes, but I find that my right foot is pretty severely pronated when I run, for many different reasons. So when I run and I land toe first, my right toe over time will start actually coming out of my
foot base on my Hokas. And I've found with these New Balances, these fuel cells, I haven't had the issue yet. Like today on the 13-mile run, no issues. I've been running these for about 4 months now. They feel great. They work well. I really enjoy these shoes. And then for socks, just normal socks here. I wear the Garmin on the left and I wear the Apple Watch on the right. I like the Apple Watch, it's easier to tell time. And I also just like closing my rings. And then the Garmin is the one that I actually base all my stats off of. But in terms of the run itself was actually really strong. It was also one of my highest pace. So I ran 43 miles this week. And then I'm gonna go on a bike ride later and then strength train later tonight. But in terms of the run, it was 13.11 miles, right? So it was a half marathon. I let them out and one scoop. Dog life. So I ran 13.11 miles at an 8:40 pace, which is a pretty strong pace for me. I burned about 2,000 calories. My average heart rate was actually pretty good. It was 155, which honestly I'm pretty stoked about, right? So like a 155 heart rate, like an 8:40 pace for 13 miles 6 months ago. I mean, honestly, that would have been probably not even happening. And if it did, I'd probably been running at like a 165 to 170 pace for an 8:40 pace. A 155 pace probably would have been like a 10:30. Yeah, a 155 heart rate per 1 minute, beats per minute, probably would have been a 10:30 pace. So, you know, I'm doing well. I'm doing well there. I want to see what the half marathon one actually was. Let's see what it was. So actually, okay, so it was also my fastest half marathon. I ran the official half marathon. I ran back in about 2 months ago. I ran 2 minutes slower, I think. So this is actually my fastest half marathon pace too, which I guess is cool. Like that's a PR as well. But that's obviously I expect that because I've lost weight here. The 5K split on that was pretty good, and the 10K split was pretty good as well. The 5K split was a 25:34. But yeah, it was a good run. Like I feel good, I feel strong. Now I'm just gonna go home, eat some food. My meals are not gonna be here for a while. I think they're showing up around like 2:15, 4 o'clock today. I ordered a bunch of different meals this time, so I'll go ahead and show you guys that. In the meantime, gotta eat, go to work. Got one client today, and then yeah, just kind of hang out, enjoy the day. But I'll catch you guys later, probably on the bike, talk about the bike while I'm biking, what's going on with that, and then strength training later today.
All right, guys, so we are currently here at breakfast. See if I can adjust this just a little bit better lighting. Is that good? That's not too bad. So it is 9:12 in the morning. I did just have a slice of pizza, which I think is kind of insane. The reason why I did that was I have 5 eggs here after my run, just plain eggs, cooked with homemade butter. Rachel makes homemade butter every weekend, just literally heavy whipping cream mixed up in a blender. Rocco's Pizza in Annapolis. But so after that 13-mile run, I was hungry, I'm starving, I showered. So I needed protein, right? So I have 30 grams of protein here for the eggs. We don't really have any good carb sources. Usually I have sourdough. I eat all the sourdough over the week. There's literally no carb sources. So I had a pizza last night. I had a slice this morning, 1 slice left. So it's about 30 carbs, about 250 calories. Hey. And so about 250 calories there. Sorry, my dog was eating the carpet. And it had chicken on it, so it had about 15 more grams of protein. So I used the pizza as my carb source, right? Like, is that the most optimal carb source? No, obviously not. But it's carbs, and I needed carbs after my run. Plus the eggs, right? 30 grams of protein for that. About 30 carbs, 25 to 30 carbs from a slice of pizza, 15 grams of protein, hopefully, from the chicken. And then I did read after my run. I've been trying to read this book right here. I am an avid reader. I do enjoy reading. I love Dr. Jordan Peterson's books.
But this latest book he put out, We Who Wrestle with God, I don't know if I'm just not really in the mood to read a book like that, or if I have so many other good books on the shelf that I want to read, or if like I'm just not in a reading mood because I'm busy doing a lot of other things. I can't really quite figure it out, but I'm struggling to get to that book, and I've only ever put down like 3 books in my life because I couldn't read, and I don't want to do that with this book. But I'm only on like a page 130. There's like 600 pages, but I have like a stack of books, and my clients keep getting me, so I don't like. I gotta just sit down and just kind of. I might do that today. Just knock it out. Just kind of crush as many pages as I can. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. But I wanted to kind of give you guys like, you know, like a reason why, like you don't have to have pizza every time. I mean, you don't have to have like sourdough bread or rice. Like if you're struggling with carbs, like we have to go grocery shopping today, and Mighty Meals is going to be here later. I needed to get carbs in, so I had a slice of pizza. Whatever. Most optimal? No, but I need to get the job done. Plus the eggs. All overall, it's a decent post-run meal. So I'm gonna eat this, put away my laundry, get changed, go to work, train my client, and then work out afterwards. I may or may not film, but as you guys can see in the title of this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about like Ozempic from the eyes of a trainer, and just kind of my view on that moving forward in the future, affecting business, just kind of overall. I want to dive deep into like this whole Ozempic crave, because I feel like in a lot of ways I'm on the front line experiencing it with clients, right? Clients who are weaning off it, clients who are getting on it, how it's affecting them, ages, and just a bunch of stuff like that. So I want to kind of dive into that later in this video. Let me go ahead and eat this before it gets cold, and I'll catch you guys later. All right, guys, we need to chat real quick. So we're going to go ahead and work out today. So I did a 10-mile bike ride earlier inside, obviously. So I haven't officially decided if I'm going to do a half Ironman. I'm just not sure. But I did go ahead and record it. So I've done, I think, 4 bike rides together. 3 of them were for 10 miles. 1 of them was for 15 miles, right? So I have been, I guess, subconsciously amping up my runs. And they feel good. I mean, my bikes, and they feel good. I'm enjoying it. It's a different kind of intensity, though. Make sure the Wi-Fi is working. It's a different kind of intensity. It's not necessarily hard in terms of, like, my heart rate's not as high. My heart rate, it's like, today was average 122 beats per minute. I went 10 miles, 32 minutes at a 18.6 bike speed. So it felt pretty good, but I did that this morning, and then I did the 13-mile run that you guys saw earlier. So I burned about 2,700 calories today. I'm going to try to do a leg workout today. I'm going to try to record as much as I can. I mainly just want to record this one, so I might just end up recording one machine, but there's a single leg press here that I want to record for you guys. Big fan of it. It's actually a machine I didn't use for like the first month. By the way, this is caffeine for one of my clients. It's a machine I didn't use for the longest time, mainly because I just didn't see the point of it. But I have my right hip is super tight for reasons like right now. I'm sitting with it underneath my butt. So I decided to throw it in, and you're gonna see on the video, hopefully if I can record it, that my range of motion is so bad with my right hip. It's something I definitely got to work out. So I want to go ahead and go through a leg workout, at least show you guys the unilateral stuff, and then maybe show you guys a few things that I do for taking care of my knees. Because one thing that I do know I'm pretty good at is I have pretty good hip strength and leg strength, and knee strength, quad strength, and hamstring strength, glute strength. I have really strong glutes, really strong quads, really strong hamstrings. So because of that, I think I can put in the miles that I do running without injuries, right? Like my weight normally would be just injury after injury after injury, but I think I get away with a lot because of my strength, right? So I think it's just, once again, it's super important that you do lift weights when you do work out, right? Or when you are running. So I don't know. I just wanted to kind of say that. I also want to do later in this video. So after this, I'm going to talk about Ozempic and just kind of my experience as a trainer with it and what it's doing in my industry. I also want to try this for you guys. I don't think this is a full day of eating, but some client left this on our desk.
It's a Podium. Let me do an Instagram post real quick on it. It's protein stroopwafel. Actually, I'm not gonna do an Instagram post, but it's a protein stroopwafel. And I'm trying to find like a new thing to eat on my runs. I like the. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the gels. They get the job done. I have 3 today. But I think I want to try like these jelly beans. One of my boss was telling me about. She's run 2 or 3 marathons, so she knows what she's talking about. But I want to try something else. The goos are just so convenient, but sometimes they are a bit, just not the tastiest. I also need to bring water on my runs too to consume water. But let me go ahead and try this real quick. 135 calories, 6 grams of protein. Consistency of it. Yeah, it's really good. That tastes really good. That's delicious. That's good. So I'm using some of my pre-workout today. Went grocery shopping earlier. Didn't really do much. Kind of chill today. I'm gonna chill tomorrow as well. But I gotta pee, so let me see if I can get you guys at least on the leg press, show you guys the unilateral leg press, and then maybe a few other things. But I think I want to show you guys my TRT. The things I do for my RTs, ERTs, forget what they're called. And then maybe a few other things for my legs, just so I can keep them nice and healthy. Oh, also, just in case I don't film them, abductors are so important if you're going to run. Like, you got to build up your glute strength. That's for anybody. Glute strength is so vital when you're working out or when you're running. It's super vital. It's important just to live, too. So stop skipping glutes, especially for the guys out there. Do the abductors. Don't be an idiot. Adductors are important as well, but abductors, so going away from your body, like you're being abducted, are super vital for working out. So make sure you guys go ahead and hit those. Let me go ahead and try to get some clips in for today's video. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and start here with the lying hamstring curl machine. This is Arsenal. This is part of the new stuff that we got. It's pretty nice. It's good. I think this part right here is a little tough. Kind of hurts the legs when you get started. But we're going to go here and start out with hamstring curls, lying hamstring curls. Either this or the seated one. I decided to start with the lying one. So I'm going to go here, 60 pounds. See, that hurts my quad. My quad's also super sore. All right, here we go. Actually felt really good. We'll go up to 80 here for another set. Normally for the hamstrings, I like to do the seated one, especially at this gym. I feel like the seated one just feels better, kind of moves better, moves easier. But we're gonna go ahead and do the lying one today. So we're gonna go hamstring, quad, abductors, and then rip some single leg press. I might do hip thrust too. We'll see. We'll see. I don't worry too much about quads. Control it on the way down. All right.
Gonna drop that weight here right in half. Let's do 8 more here. 16 rep set. That's good. Let's move on to quads. My knees are definitely sore from the run this morning. Damn. Definitely sore. Sorry. Alright, we're gonna do a drop set here. We're going to 10 to 5. We'll do 10 reps each time. Shaking. So with this machine, it's the abductor. Usually when I'm abducting, I can max it out. This machine's also funny because when we ordered this equipment, they made the one on my right correct, right, in terms of actually doing it in pounds. This one's in kilograms. Felt good. We'll do 2 more sets there. But yeah, man, you feel this one on the quads, the outside of your quads, all the way to your glutes, right? This one should be right in your glutes insertion. On the lateral part of your leg. If I went adduction, so bring my legs together, that'd be more of a medial part of my leg, but I'm going for that, the abduction. Pulling away. What's going on, bro? It's like they're fixing the sauna finally. Alright, we'll do 1 more set there. And then move on to the old single leg press. Alright. We're in drop set this one. Okay, drop set this bad boy. Let's go 45 here. So it's a kilogram, so I just 67.5 kilograms, so like 140, I think. 6, 8, 10. Okay, that's good. And wipe off your equipment too, guys. Don't be dirty. Wipe your equipment. Dirty bastards. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and do the single leg press here. This is from Arsenal. I actually like it a lot. So if you do a single leg press and you do both legs at the same time, you'll notice that we all have an obscene amount of muscle imbalances. So this thing's great for fixing that, adjusting that. So we're gonna go ahead and do 12 on each leg, then flip over and do 12 on the other leg here. But you're just gonna see like how bad my right hip is. It's gotten a lot better though, but just like the strain in my Achilles just to keep my heel on the ground, I really need to pull up on this bench here. It's actually moving a lot better today. Did you hear that, Greg? 5. 6. 6. 12 on the other. This one just moves like butter. My hip flexors are really sore there. I am there to keep that resistance off just a little bit. What's up, bro? What's going on? Alright, we'll do that for another set here. See that? Just like a rock, bro. Alright, so I'm going to show you, we're going to go over the TKE real quick. This is one I do a lot with my clients, especially ones who have a lot of knee pain. Surgeries is just overall leg pain, honestly. But with the TKE, right, so we're doing essentially we're flexing the quad here, right? With the band, you want the band to be knee height, right? So I have it pretty much already set there. That's why I chose this rack. Let's go here. You want the band to be wrapped around our leg, right? Just above the kneecap on the back side here, right? So the movement, we're gonna drop this one leg back a little bit here. And we're gonna just drive this heel. Actually, I don't think you guys can see the heel. It's an important part real quick. Let me get that. Cool, there we go. So you should be able to see the heel now. So the heel's just gonna drive to the ground. I'm just gonna do 10 reps to show you on each leg. So we're here, right? We're just driving that heel directly to the ground, and we're working that whole knee joint right there. 2, 3, full extension. 4, and you really want to be when you're extending, right? You really want to flex that quad. I almost think I'm driving my quad into my kneecap. 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. Let me do 10 on the other. And do it on both legs, not just the leg that's causing me pain, especially if you're running or doing endurance, right? There we go. Well, I'm gonna do 2 more sets of that on my own here. Definitely give that one if you got any knee pain happening. All right, good morning. It is, I don't know, 7:45-ish a.m. And I wanted to take an off day today from running. I looked at my dog, and she wanted to go for a 3-mile run. So we're gonna go ahead and rip 3 miles here, about an 8:30 pace. She likes to sprint. Let me go ahead and get across this road real quick. me get you a video of her. So the goal is to do 8 miles today, at least a 15-minute bike, indoor bike later today, and then strength train. It is Sunday, but I'm gonna go into the gym to make one sale. Hopefully make a sale, so that's the goal, but this is no. See, she's just moving. She's loving it. But we are currently 1.45 miles in. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of this workout. All right, guys, so we're at the end of the video, right? So this is where I want to talk about kind of the overall subject. You just put that down on the chair. At the beginning of the video, right, I wanted to kind of give my 2 cents on Ozempic, and where I think, well, just I guess kind of overall, like how I'm. So this is just my opinion, not the opinions of any companies I work for or any companies I work with. This is just my personal opinion as being a certified personal trainer, right? So I started training about 2 years ago, full time in person, and about 2 years ago is when Ozempic and these weight loss pills hit the scene, right? And I remember when these pills hit the scene because I was working, like I said, as a trainer, and a lot of people came on board saying that they started Ozempic. And at first I'm like, I don't know, and it's not just Ozempic, it's all the weight loss pills. And at first I'm like, I don't know anything about this. Like, I don't know what they're even talking about. Like, for the longest time, people just say Ozempic, and I just kind of nodded. A couple months went by, and I started kind of looking into it. And basically, like, let me just Google. I don't want to say anything crazy. How does Ozempic work? So it was naturally, it was a drug that was used for diabetes, right? So that was like the initial reason why people took it. Over here, this is from Google. Ozempic works by mimicking a naturally occurring hormone called GLP-1, which signals to the body that it is full, thereby reducing appetite and helping to control blood sugar levels by stimulating the pancreas to produce more insulin when needed. It also slows down stomach emptying, further contributing to the feeling of fullness and regulating glucose release into the bloodstream. So that's like the physiology of it. Like, that's how it works, right? So a lot of people take it and they lose weight, right? So it reduces hunger. It basically tricks your body into saying, hey, I don't want to eat anymore, right? And I think when done correctly, Ozempic and these weight loss pills are incredible. Like, I really do think that if there's a pill out there that helps you lose weight, like, let's say you're severely obese. Let's say you're 100, 200, 300 pounds overweight, right? Like, it would be stupid for you not to at least start that conversation with your doctor to hop on one of these weight loss pills, right? Because your chances of dying from a heart attack are much higher than the side effects of you losing muscle mass, losing bone density, or possibly developing eating disorder off of these pills, right? So, like, you have to get to a healthy BMI, healthy weight body fat percentage, bar none, right? Like, that is the most important thing for your health. So it's funny, when I first started seeing those Ozempic, it was people for weight loss, right? And there were some doctors who were referring these patients to personal trainers, right? Which was huge, right? Because I don't know how much you knew at the beginning, but now there's studies showing that Ozempic can lead to weight loss. Like, I have it pulled up here. I mean, I have it pulled up here that sometimes these prescription pills, these weight loss pills, can, since you're at such a strong caloric deficit, it eats away your muscle mass, eats away your bone density. Like, it becomes really hard for you to maintain strength, right? So I think there was a group of people that were being told, hey, this is a possible side effect. So as much as I want you to lose weight, right? So, you're not extremely overweight, you're not extremely obese, not super high BMI, not super high body fat percentage. I also want you to understand that you will lose muscle mass. So I think going to a personal trainer will allow you to reduce or at least slow down the muscle mass and bone density loss. So that was great, right? Like, so I'm getting all these clients that are on Ozempic. Do I necessarily think that some people should be on it and some people shouldn't be on it? Yeah, the answer is yes, but that's not my place to my job as a personal trainer is to take somebody and coach them to be healthier than they are when they come in, right? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a physical therapist. I'm not a whatever. I don't have a medical degree of any type. So I'm not going to sit here and tell someone they shouldn't be on Ozempic, right? You got to work with what you got, right? With the people that come in. And frankly, doctors know more than I do by far. So you're playing this game of these people are not eating a lot, but you still got to help them put on muscle mass. So you do give them tips and tricks here. Hey, I know like you're having these side effects of whatever, constipation, abdominal pain, gallbladder problems, diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, dizziness, headache, insomnia, anxiety, depression, increased heart rate, palpitations, high blood pressure, hypoglycemia, hyperglycemia, pancreatitis, dry mouth, blurred vision, hair loss, skin rashes, seizure, stroke, heart attack, and possibly death. These are just some of the side effects from this weight loss pill, these weight loss pills. And that's across all the board, right? I'm not saying that's just Ozempic. But you got to work with that, right? So you work with these clients and you ask them, hey, can you talk to your doctor about possibly adding in this, possibly adding this? And it's great, right? So you have people losing weight while also maintaining muscle mass, if not increasing muscle mass. It's a perfect world. And it's fascinating now because, well, even at the beginning, there's a lot of pill pushers as doctors too, right? Like that's a whole opioid epidemic. Now, so the question is, not everyone should be on it, right? There's a bell curve. Right? There's a bell curve with everything. Within the bell curve, it goes here, right? And the vast majority of the people, 80%, sit on that bell curve. So 80% of people should have been on it. Bottom 10, top 10 probably shouldn't have been on it. Maybe they weren't too overweight, right? So they don't need to be on it. They could just, eat in a calorie deficit, work out, do cardio, and do it the way that you normally would do it without Ozempic. Or you're so severely overweight that those side effects might be actually more of an increased risk than the actual medication, right? So like there's these conversations have to be done with the doctor. Fast forward to 2 years later, as a personal trainer, I'm experiencing almost the opposite. I'm experiencing, instead of people coming to me on Ozempic, now I have people coming to me who are weaning off Ozempic. And you have some people that are weaning off of Ozempic, trying to get off of Ozempic because I think Ozempic, and I could be wrong, is one of those medications that they don't want you to get off of because the side effects are pretty high, pretty significant when you try to get off of it. So I think like there's a whole thing happening in the world of medicine where it's like, how do we get people off of these? It's like benzodiazepines. Benzodiazepines are super hard to get off of. Like there's a higher risk of death getting off of them. So they try to not let you get off of them, right? Who is that? So you're experiencing, now I have clients coming to me who are getting off these prescription pills. And I talked to somebody just a few days ago who, it's pretty sad because especially when these people are older, right? Like 80 years old, or let's just say 70 years old, you get on these prescription pills, you lose the weight, but you lose so much weight, you're at an age where just putting on muscle is already hard enough, but then also being in a severe calorie deficit. So you have these people that almost are coming to us in like absolute desperation. And it's twofold what's happening. One, that's happening what's happening in one category is people who've lost so much muscle mass, so much bone density that they are not even going to get back to where they were 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago, right? Because they lost so much weight. Like they were hyper successful in the weight loss, but like the bone density and the muscle mass was severely affected too. There's a lot of atrophy there. So you have these people that are, I don't want to say they're regretting the decision. I don't want to speak for them, but they're struggling big time with that because they know they had to lose the weight. They lost the weight, but then they lost all this. So then you have these people coming to us kind of stuck in a quandary where like in a pickle where it's like, man, maybe I should have just done the harder path, like because it is a harder path. Eat at a calorie deficit, work out with weights and do it that way, right? Or take Ozempic, but also do personal training. I think it's a popular adage for a reason. Like things that sound too good to be true are too good to be true. Like that's just the truth of the matter. And I think that plays very hard here with Ozempic. So you have a lot of these people that are coming to us where it's like, they're so sad. Like they're distraught. They're almost like regret their decision. And like there's a silence that I think this is just based off a few people I've talked to, like there's a silence among people who, I don't want to say they regret the decision, but I think maybe they wish they spent a little bit more time making the decision, right? Which is totally understandable. And then the other side of the coin are people who are developing severe eating disorders, right? Where like, yeah, they had an eating disorder where they ate too much, like binge eating, overeating. But now these people are developing the polar opposite where they can't eat anything. They don't even look at food. They don't even get excited about food. And I think that's a two-pronged approach. It sucks because food is something that you just celebrate in life, right? It's your birthday, it's Christmas, family, funeral, wedding, whatever it is. Food's the center part of a lot of people's cultures, of my culture. And I think it's something where as you go through a weight loss journey where when it's like a normal one where it's like properly watching your food, weight loss, strength training, cardio, sleeping, stuff like that, you kind of learn and you kind of mend that relationship you have with food. But if you just do something where it shuts down your ability to even look at food or eat food, like you develop an eating disorder. And I think that's, and like I said, I'm not a doctor, but I think there's going to be this huge tidal wave of people who are silent about their experience with these weight loss pills. And it's fascinating. And I just wanted to kind of hop on here and just kind of share like my 2 cents about it and like kind of where I fall. Like, I'm not anti them, right? I think like they're great for some people, those people that fall into the bell curve. But I also, as a trainer, right, I come from this perspective where the harder thing has the highest reward, has the best benefits because it's the harder thing. And I think the technology is great with like these prescription pills, the GLP-1s. Like I think there's great benefit in that. I mean, heck, I take creatine, right, which is too good to be true. Like it works. But I think there is maybe too many people on it, right? Which, you know, we're going to see how that plays out. But I just want to kind of give you my 2 cents on that. I think it's an important topic to talk about, especially the world in health, right? I know like Andrew Huberman, like Chris Williams, and these people have talked about it, but I just, that's kind of my 2 cents on it, right? Like there's an overwhelming benefit to it to a lot of people, but there is also a silent majority of people who have had horrible experiences with it, and they're desperately trying to find a resolution to the time loss, right? Or they're regretting the decision, which sucks too, because a lot of people who struggle with weight loss already have this, yeah, I don't want to oversimplify, I probably shouldn't say that, but they struggle trusting their own decision, right? And not causing, there's not causation. Sometimes those are just kind of overlap and correlate, but that's kind of just my 2 cents on it. I think it's a conversation that should be had in the healthcare world, the medical world, the physical fitness world. I think it's a conversation that we are going to hear a lot more of as the years go on. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on that, and that's my video, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed taking my dog on a walk. I highly appreciate that. It means a lot to me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, and I will catch you guys next week on another video. Thank you so much. Make sure you go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe. Peace out. Have a good day.